coach. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do. Guys, on this video, I want to share with all of us 5 things I wish I focused on while studying for the NPTE PTA exam. Now, before I continue, a lot of you have shared my testimonies about the exam in previous videos. It's been a while. So I thought it would be nice to come back and have some kind of point by point, okay, itemized form of things that I wish I focused on while studying, okay? So the first thing, real quick, I want to share with all of you is everything is fair game. Okay. When I say everything, guys, for me, when I study for this exam, I know, guys, I know I'm a little old school. Part of what I used to study is the book, right? We all know about the PT exam book, the score builders, and all that good stuff. Part of it, of what I used to study, is the book. Now, when I say everything is fair game, I mean like literally everything in here is fair game. And it's just the truth, guys, because we don't know where these questions are coming from. I don't write the questions, of course, so I don't know. But every single thing in here, the things that we feel are trivial, they're not important. Just look over them: diagrams, charts, questions, anything. Everything in this book is fair game. So if I were to study again, which I'm not, guys, because I already passed my exam, I have my license. But if I was to go through this again, and just words of wisdom for all of you that will be taking your exams, that's part of what I would do. I would make sure to pay attention to every single thing in the book or the app or anything that you choose to use to study. Okay. Now, I will be looking at my notes down here, guys. So, the second tip is work more on exam style questions. Okay. Now, when we go through therapy school, PTA school, we take quizzes, we take exams, but if you will start to notice that when you start to prep for the actual exams, every question has a certain level of difficulty, or maybe it's not as difficult. To me, some questions are basic, some questions are intermediate, and some are advanced. You will see that. You will recognize that when you start to study and when you're prepping for the exam. So for me, if I was to go through this again, I'll spend more time on going through exam style questions. Now, check out some of my other videos when I talk about things like how to prep for the exam as far as like the questions. Knowing the fundamentals and what and everything that we've learned, guys, is good, but we have to go a little further, right? Because a lot of times I feel like some of the questions might be like scenario type questions, like if this is going on, what would you do? If that was going on, what would you do? And some of those things, and I'm not blaming the PTA schools, but some of those things, you only gain that knowledge, right, when you actually change your mindset on how you prep for these things. Okay, so I would work more on exam style questions. The third tip I want to share with all of us is the 3 main areas, okay, that we need to study for. Well, there's 5, but out of the 5, 3 of them, guys, are heavy on questions. Okay, now I have the book in front of me, guys. The 3 major areas that are heavy on questions are, of course, the musculoskeletal. I have it open right here. Okay, we have the cardiopulmonary and neuro. Okay, so they account for close to 60%. Okay, 60% of our exam is these 3 main areas. So it's almost impossible to pass the exam, okay, if we don't knock down these 3 main areas, okay? So if I was to study for this again, not that every other area is not important, like the other systems and non-systems is not important, okay? But these areas are very, very heavy. And like I said earlier in previous videos, it's almost impossible to pass the exam if we don't knock down those 3 areas. So I will take that into consideration next time if I were studying. So, guys, I hope you guys are marking down these tips. All right. So, another thing I would have focused on, guys, is the PEAT exam. PEAT. PEAT exam is exams from previous exams, old exams. Okay. I will call that retired exams. I did not take the PEAT. Okay. And I've said that so many times in previous videos like, hey, I didn't take the PEAT. I took the practice exams in the Score Builders book, but I never took the PEAT. So if I were in your shoes, guys, in addition to taking these practice exams, please take the PEAT, please. Okay, because I truly believe that before the exam, we have to take at least 3 or 4 practice exams. Okay, that's the only way we can gauge our knowledge, our proficiency, and to really find out if we're ready for the exam. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about, guys, is the reviewing the chapter summary. Like, for example, this book that I have right here, guys, Musculoskeletal System. Okay. Towards the end, there's always a summary. Okay. For example, this one talks about musculoskeletal system essentials. Okay. You guys can see that. So every chapter in this book, and you might be using apps or websites, whatever the case might be, every chapter has essentials. So paying closer attention to those essentials. I'm not saying that everything else is not important, but paying close attention to it. And just another tip to add to that, guys, at the end of every chapter is a what I call a proficiency test. It's also very important. For example, guys, if you're in the world of physical therapy, if you're trying to become a physical therapist assistant or a physical therapist, musculoskeletal system is very important. We have to have an idea of where those muscles are because, guys, it goes back to the first tip that I shared with you guys. I feel like everything is fair game. Everything. Look at these diagrams and is asking us for questions about these muscles and what are the names of the muscles. Do you guys think these things are not important? You'll be wrong. You'll be wrong if you think these things are not important. Not just this, guys. I mean, look at this whole book. This is huge. Yes, I went through this to study with some apps and websites to pass my exam. Okay. So when I say everything is fair game, as heavy as this book is, everything is fair game. Okay. Everything is absolutely fair game. So we have to pay close attention to that. Now, I know some of you are taking your exams today. Some of you will be taking your exams very soon. Okay. Now, for this year, I wrote down some dates, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me read through these dates and you at that point. So, the exam, the FMPT normally has four times we can take this exam. There's 4 days throughout the year that we can, or months that we can take this exam, right? So for a lot of you, it's the January 6th and 7th. Okay. Now the okay, guys. Sorry, I had a phone call. Okay, sorry there, guys. I had a phone call and it cut off what I was saying. So 4 months out of the year to take this exam, right? January. Okay. The next one coming up is April. Okay. Then there's another one in July. Okay. And the last one here is October. Okay. So, guys, please do not procrastinate on your studying. Pay close attention to the things that I talk about. I will be sharing more videos of things that I feel we need to do to succeed. I also host a workshop. Okay. We have meetings on Zoom. We meet on the weekends, sometimes on the weekdays. And I share with a lot of you tips to help you succeed. Now, guys, this channel is new, but I'm not new to the world of physical therapy. Okay. I've been doing this for over 8, 9, pushing on 10 years. Okay. So I know what it takes for a lot of us to go out there and succeed at this. Now, this is not one of the 5 tips that I shared, but guys, please don't talk yourself out of a situation. What I mean by that is a lot of you keep saying, I'm anxious, I'm anxious, I'm nervous, I'm nervous. If you keep repeating that to yourself, you're pronouncing failure. The best thing to do is if you feel nervous, which is a natural feeling, or you feel anxious, which is a natural feeling, ask yourself, what is the root cause? Is it the fact that I'm having a problem understanding these chapters, or is it the volume? Get down to the nitty gritty of why you feel that way and tackle it. Okay. If it's test taking skills, get down to the nitty gritty. Join our workshop. I share a lot of tips. Now, I've said it so many times in my workshops, guys. I don't teach. Okay. I mean, if other platforms teach and go through a whole lecture, that's fine. I respect that. I take a different approach. Watch all my videos. Listen to the things that I say. My goal is to get you across the bridge. And when I say I get you across the bridge, I'm talking about you getting your license. There is a way that works. So for a lot of you that have been taking these exams, now we only have 6 lifetime attempts to take this exam. I've said this so many times, 6. So if you took it the first time, you failed, second time, third, fourth, you failed. We can't keep trying the same thing and expecting different results. It just does not work that way. Okay. We only have 6 attempts. So join the workshop where I share more information. Of course, it's not free. Send me an email to my email address. It's akaluso40@gmail.com. That's AKALUSO, the number 40@gmail.com. And we'll take it from there. You can also drop information in the comments, guys, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Go out there and succeed and stay blessed. But until then, peace. And I am out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.